Chapter 224 Spiritual Origin Fruit. His hands swiftly formed a mysterious seal as he opened his eyes. Two brilliant rays of light suddenly shot forth from his pupils. The motive behind this journey is to head for the Netherrealm and obtain the protection of Netherrealm's master. True, at my level, I could never compare to him. But don't think you'll be able to be safe with just his protection. Peculiar pinpricks of light gathered within the demon beast's eyes. They are the revolving manifestations of the power of law. In the beginning, his power of law started off as streaks of light, then slowly bloomed into mysterious flowers that formed at his side. The first flower, then the second, third, until the sixth one. Now only one bud remained. It was swelling as though it would be about to burst into bloom at any moment. For many millennia I've concealed myself here, awaiting the moment of the seventh lotus birth, Yu Yan. Unless you present your divine spark to me, you will die. The corner of his mouth twisted into a dark smile, the Netherrealm edge of the nine-layered desolence. In the endless wasteland, there were countless numbers of tents being pitched. Experts have gathered here from several hundreds of families from within the 15 cities of the Netherrealm. Each family occupied a plot. Their family's banners flooded in the wind. Although the Jade Seal family was one of the three most powerful families in the Black Rock City, when viewed in the scopes of the entire Netherrealm's 15 cities, they weren't very significant. The strongest families have been gathered at the center of the Netherrealm. Any family randomly chosen from this group is capable of completely annihilating a family from one of the other 14 cities. Becoming the disciple of the master of the Netherrealm would mean that, aside from increasing one's chances of stepping into the realm of the spiritual gods, one could become the authority within the Netherrealm and receive offerings from the realm's families. It was unmistakably a very attractive position. Even though everyone knew that the nine-layered desolence was a perilous place, they still bravely advanced in the face of danger. A group of people arrived outside the Jade Seal's family's tent. It was Neely and his companions, all travel-worn and covered in dust from the road. They had initially visited the Jade Seal's family main house back in Black Rock City, but had been informed that Luo Xiao and others had left for nine-layered desolence. Thus, Neely and Co. rushed here with directions from the Jade Seal family's experts. Uncle Lo, we meet again, Neely smiled as he greeted Luo Xiao. So nephew Neely has also come. Luo Xiao gave a light smile as his gaze swept across the group that had arrived with Neely. His brows slightly twitched as he asked, "Who are these people?" Luo Xiao could sense an astonishingly powerful aura emanating from them. There was a high possibility that these people have already reached Black Gold rank or even Legendary rank. The well-built youth with a pair of black wings aside, the rest all had astonishingly powerful cultivation for the age. If they given a bit more time, just how strong could they grow up to be? Neely introduced Yi Xian, Xiao and the rest. As for Yu Yan, she has hidden herself in Neely's sleeve and refused to show herself. When he heard that Yi Xian was Neely's fiancée, Luo Xiao couldn't help throwing her another glass as he signaled his approval with a nod of his head. Yi Xian blushed red. I guess her face, and she tried to figure out what sort of response she should give. Eventually, she gave up and just glared at Neely in embarrassment. Neely chuckled as he ran a hand through his hair. Doozy, Lu Piao, and the rest were looking around. They had never been here before, so they were curious about everything. Despite the highly unpleasant smell of sulfur, compared to this, Glory City is simply heaven. Luo Xiao lowered his voice as he said to Neely, with nephew's current identity, there is no need for you to risk your life in the nine-layered desolence. Right now, Neely's identity was that of a Syrian inscriptionist. If anything were to happen to him in the 9-layered Deathlands, Liu Xiao might cry himself to death. Upon entering the Deathlands, the warriors from every family will be competing against one another. Therefore, conflicts between the families will be unavoidable. There are also many demigod ranked warriors from various families. Those were being even Neely couldn't handle. Neely naturally understood Liu Xiao's worries and smiled. Rest assured, Uncle Leo. I only come to here to join the observing crowd, not to risk my life. There was no way that Neely was just here as a part of the crowd, but to dispel Liu Xiao's worries, he could only explain it like that. Liu Xiao immediately felt at ease with Neely's words. Why are you guys entering the Deathlands? Neely asked. Unusually, one can only enter the 9-layered Deathlands through the first floor and slowly work his way up. It would be challenging to trudge through the floors, and reaching the 6th floor alone would take months. However, if we've been informed that in 3 days, at the 12th hour, the 7th layer of 9-layered Deathlands would open. When it happens, it will be possible to enter directly through the 7th floor, said Luo Xiao. Yi Zian, Xiao Ninga, and the rest were all listening attentively. The 9-layered Deathlands was indeed a mysterious place. So that's the case. Neely nodded his head and asked, Then do you guys know what the 7th floor of the Deathlands looks like? The 9-layered Deathlands were originally an ancient battlefield where untold number of warriors perished, becoming a pool of tens of thousands of years worth of accumulated death energy. Furthermore, unlike the previous floors, from the 7th floor onwards is the master of the Nether Realm's private domain. Within his dominion, all rules are dictated by him. Each time he recruits a disciple, the situation differs. No one knows how he's going to choose his disciples this time around either. However, each time we enter the new floor, the master's servants should appear to announce the rules, Luo Xiao said. Every time he recruits a disciple, the situation changes. No one knows what this round of recruiting will be like. However, whenever we enter the lair, the Nether Realm's master's servant will appear and announce the rules, Liu Xiao explained. The previous round of recruitment occurred almost 10 years ago. Of the master's disciples, there are many, perhaps hundreds of thousands, but from among them, only one may become his successor. Neely nodded. His heart was filled with curiosity towards this master of the Nether Realm, and secretly wondered just what kind of person the master was. This is a VIP token of the Divine Seal Auction House. As long as you have this, ordinary people won't dare to mess with you. If you encounter any problems, Nephew Neely, just show this badge, and any ordinary matters will be quickly settled, Luo Xiao said as he pressed a gold token to Neely's hand. Neely accepted the token from Luo Xiao and studied it. The token appeared to be just an ordinary plate, though there was a special inscriptions carved on its surface. The Divine Seal Auction House is ranked 3rd among the 15 cities' auction houses. In the Nether Realm, they hold an extraordinary position, so no ordinary family would be bold enough to cross them, Luo Xiao said. Previously, Luo Xiao had depended on Neely's skills as a senior inscriptionist to make and sell valuable weaponry. Only by selling high-tiered goods made by Neely, Luo Xiao was able to join the Divine Seal Auction House and gain a reliable backup. Okay, Neely nodded his head as he stored the token. Having a powerful patronage, naturally, the more the better. For the next few days, he ought to remain here and refrain from venturing outside. Now that all the other families have been gathered and are waiting for the 7th floor to open up, the political situation out there has become very complicated. Tensions are high and everyone is on guard. It's best for you to be cautious, reminded Luo Xiao. Thanks for the reminder, Uncle Luo. I'll keep that in mind. Neely nodded. After the conversation, Luo Xiao arranged a residence for Neely and his group in preparation for the 7th floor to open up. Neely could sense powerful auras everywhere, indications of demigod rank warriors. One could only imagine how intense the competition for the successor's title would become. With demigod rank warriors competing. Everyone retired to his or her own tent. Inside his tent, Neely decided to concentrate on cultivating his soul force. He brought out the mysterious egg and continuously injected his power of law into it. Since the start of his trip, he has been pouring vast amounts of lore into it. He had already lost count of how much he poured into it. However, the small cracks on the egg's surface remained and had no signs of hatching. For the egg, the more powers of lore is provided to it, the better. It greedily accepted the energy without any sign of resistance. The egg appeared to be the same, but Neely could feel the heartbeat inside was growing stronger and stronger, and his connection with the eggs was drawing closer as well. Knowing this, Neely was unceasingly pouring his powers of lore into it. He was certain that this egg will hatch before long. After pouring some powers of lore into the unidentified egg, Neely continued his cultivation. While he was cultivating, the 2 pages from the temporal demon spirit book concealed in his pocket near his chest, it began to glow, a faint glow, that surrounded Neely's entire body. The minutes passed one after another as Neely's soul force grew stronger under cultivation. Having undergone this much cultivation, he has already entered 3-star black gold rank. Through his soul realm, he could sense the catalyzing effects of Duanjian. The cultivation of his friends had also increased by leaps and bounds. The majority of them had already stepped into 4-star black gold rank. Their cultivation speeds have already been faster than Neely's. He who practiced the Heavenly God technique possesses the slowest growth compared to everyone else. Yet despite the fact that he rose through the ranks at a slower pace, his raw power had actually long exceeded his peers. After a period of time, Luo Pyo rushed into his tent and cried, "Neely, I've got news from one of the Jade Seal family's members." I heard that several of their younger members ran off into the first level of the 9-layered Deslands on an adventure. They seem to be searching for something called the Spiritual Origin Fruit. Rumors say that it could quickly raise your strength. Spiritual Origin Fruit. Hearing Luo Pyo's words, Yu Yan appeared on Neely's shoulder and turned to him. The Spiritual Origins Fruit is a very rare item. Rumor has it that the fruit can only grow in places where there are mountains of warriors' corpses. However, the fruit appears as pure as fresh snow and contains an extremely well-refined energy. If you could find few of them, it could greatly benefit your cultivation. Who knows? Maybe you could even reach legendary rank in one go. Neely pondered this for a moment. It would be great for them to, if they could somehow manage to get their hands on a few Spiritual Origins fruit and eat them before the 7th layer opened. Go tell Doozy and the others that we are going to head for the first level of the 9-layered Deslands and have a look for ourselves, Neely said after making his decision. Alright, I'll be on my way now. Hearing Neely's words, Luo Pyo instantly became excited.